Okay, for me it doesn't help. Uh, Not really. I mean, this is it. This is all we get. This is conversation. I mean, we're still losing out on bosses that I could have added, so that way I could, you know, upgrade some of my gear and, you know, hours that were lost because of the fact that, hey, control point bosses don't count. And looking at all this compensation, I mean, everything in red is because of the fact that I'm full on my own. I've stocked myself up, went down and did the runs and stuff like that, resource runs. But I mean, this is it. This is all we. This is all we get. That's the compensation. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. I was hoping for better, but I guess that's what you get, To me, it's kind of horrible. I think you should get more, especially if you lost time and the fact that you were doing stuff and you're thinking, hey, this is contributing and going to help me to add to my bosses so I can go and optimize, Boy, wish they had learned a little bit more. But yeah, okay. Wow, horrible. But I just want to make sure you guys see that this is what you get. At least for me, it's not going to help out. But yeah, I think that in here there should have been, maybe a whole lot more exotic components, and then and maybe in the inventory showing that I gotten like different faction bosses, maybe 200, maybe 300, something like that. Because then, if we look at my resources, they haven't really changed. This is what helps you right here, is getting these. This takes time to get some of these. You have to either you do missions or bounties, and then this takes some work. This is hours. But then if you're doing hours and hours that you're running and you're doing control points and they're not counting the named bosses, or even the named bosses in the open world, they're not counting. Come on, man. This is the main thing that really helps you. Because look at that, for LMGs and knee pads, Outcast. Black Tusks, rifles, chest armor. Hyena, right here. Submachine gun masks. And they're not cheap either. I mean, you're talking 25 of these right here just for you to, optimize something. Sometimes even more. And then, of course, the gear pieces, chest pieces, it's like 70. Every time you try to do something, it'll say, like, for the first time, 4 or 5. You're like, oh, that's not bad. Oh, no. When you want to get the full thing and the whole thing, it says 70. 70 chest pieces, I think 60 or 70 of the backpacks. See, that's the compensation. I'm saying that's what it should be included in there, is giving you compensation for these gear pieces, so that way you can optimize, and faction bosses, so you can optimize. Not giving you the little tiddlywinks, because that's all we got is tiddlywink trinkets, That's not compensation. No, for all the deltas in the middle of gameplay, all the deltas that you delted 4, 5, 6, 8 times while you're playing with friends. Come on, man. Really, come on. I mean, you're just rubbing it in our faces. Oh yeah, keep playing, here you go. Yeah, horrible. That's just horrible. That's all I have to say about that. It's horrible. For everybody else, it might be helpful because they, their resources are dwindled. They don't have much, But come on, man. Are you kidding me? You should be compensating everything. Name bosses, faction bosses, optimizing materials here, because that it takes hours to get stuff like this. You got to run the summit, hey, you got to break down what you see, and even if it's purple, sometimes it doesn't really count. It only counts as fabric. It doesn't count as a chest weave, or a backpack weave. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, really. Yeah, you just like shoveling the trash on us there, Massive. Just, oh, here you go. Here's some pennies, some copper. That's not compensation, man. That's like telling somebody you're going to give them a retirement package, and when they leave, you do like that one place that gave that employee a backpack full of candy. Horrible. Just horrible. Well, leave you guys to it. Thanks for watching.